James, aka Ralph's favorite, and I'm joined by two of my nearest and dearest. Gentlemen, please let the people know who you are.
What's going on here? Brandon here. Brandon real life on Instagram, but I'm here. Let's go.
Reggie White, aka Speed and Bullet. Let's go.
Let's get it. Now, listen, I ain't even gonna hold you. I listen to y'all do y'all intros, and respectfully, I like how you introduce yourselves. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, on my Steve Harvey shit, maybe I should just do it for y'all. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Listen.
what you trying to say?
No, listen. I think it sounded good, and I'm sorry that we getting started this way, but we transparent here. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking, this is James, your host. I'm joined by my nearest and dearest, my host, Reggie White, the Minister of Defense, aka Speed and Bullet, and my man, Brandon, the wild card. You know what I mean? Like, I could work on it, but I could be like JBP. You know what I mean? Joe, don't let everybody say their name.
I mean,
listen, as long as you don't say you the host with the most, you can do whatever you want, bro. Whatever you want. You just can't be the host with the most. Because then they're gonna ask the most what?
We might have to put a poll up about the host with the most. I thought that kind of worked.
I fuck with it.
That's 80s, man. The host with the most, that's 80s, bro.
Oh, no, not host with the most. I'm sorry. No, definitely not that.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not host with the most. Come on.
But yeah. So, I mean, TBD, man. This is the first episode. You know what I mean? Like, how you guys feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm looking forward to it all week. Just can't wait to get started. Ready to learn all I need to learn, and looking forward to the day where we look back on early episodes and laugh at how terrible they were.
Yeah, hey. You know what I'm saying? We might look back and be like, yo, this joint was great.
Right.
Listen, man.
That's what I'm hoping for, but whatever.
The word that I have to describe how I feel is energy.
Like, that's a good one.
It's energy. Like there's an energy and there's a spirit to what we're doing. Know what I mean? And that's something that's been flowing through me, the minute that we decided to put this together. I mean, it's been nothing but energy, nothing but positive energy. So that's where I'm at. That's where I see this going. But that's the word for me. It's just been energy. I've been really feeling the energy.
That's what's up. Listen, I'm feeling it too, man.
Look at Reggie taking us to church. Should we pray? Like, what's going on?
You see what I got on?
Should we pray? Like, dear God, amen. Let's go.
You might be calling me the host with the most.
Yeah. Listen, I feel that. Y'all, they can't see it, but yeah, Reggie looking real sharp right now.
Hey, Reggie got on Fred and the Spirit of the Lord. I'm like, all right.
Come on, man. Listen, they also don't know that right now we supposed to be live. You know what I mean? This is supposed to be live, but doesn't stop the show.
Not at all.
Nah, we're gonna treat it like it's live.
Listen, it's live to us right now.
Yeah, for us. Takes. There ain't no pauses. It's live to us right now.
You already know. You know what I mean? But listen, again, we appreciate everybody. We appreciate all the love. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably see a post at some point talking about apologizing for not doing the show, because I know we had a lot of people checking in for the show. We have built a lot of hype up for this first episode, but you're probably listening to us right now on wherever you hear or get your podcast, whether it's on Apple, iHeart, Amazon Music, Spotify.
Yep.
I mean, listen, and a whole lot other Jones that I never even heard of, right? but they all there.
Luminary, check us out.
Yeah, listen, we there. Hit the link in the bio on the page, TBD the radio show. Hit the link in the bio. It'll take you right to the podcast. But like I said, if you listening now, you already know where we at.
Make sure you subscribe and download.
Definitely. Please subscribe and download. That's to click the button and click another button. That don't even take nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm going to thank you in advance because I know everybody listening probably already did that.
Thank you to the listeners. We appreciate y'all for sticking with us.
Facts. So, gentlemen, let's get right into it. What we talking about right here?
Ooh.
Oh, man. It's been a busy week. I feel like I ain't had a chance to talk to y'all with everything that's been going on. I think the last time I had a chance to speak with y'all was before the elections, before Halloween.
Oh, that's right, because you have
So
been
we missed a
missing
lot.
in action.
Missing in action, kids keep you busy. So, gotta, be a dad and whatnot. But, I'm here. I'm here tonight. But yeah, it's been a lot going on since then. Uh, Elected a new president.
Yeah, so you missed my rant.
Right. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go off. My
Well,
fault.
no,
I missed your rant.
I'm all out of rants on that subject, but yeah, like you said, we elected a new president, so that's probably the biggest thing, that's happened since you checked in last. So, I mean,
And that rant was on another show. All right. That's no longer on this platform. All right. So let's just be clear. So you was like, you didn't hear Brandon, right? Because you had already checked out.
Who'd you blame? Who'd you blame? Just give me the cliff notes. Who'd you blame?
Chill.
All right.
You know what I mean? I blame Kamala Harris and the black men. That's who I blame.
You don't blame yourself for mispronouncing her name?
You don't blame yourself for not being registered to vote.
Whoa,
you missed that one, B. You missed that one. He ain't even registered to vote.
Man.
I did. Okay, so again,
we need a soundboard. I need some gunshots right here.
You might as well call this the transparency episode because yes, unfortunately, I waited to the last minute. Poor example of a black man. Another one that let Kamala, I'm sorry, let her down, right? And I found out that I realized, like, oh snap, I never changed over my license from Philly to Florida, Pennsylvania to Florida, rather. So as a result, I didn't vote. So I was one of the black men that let her down.
Damn. Now I know we had this later in the show, but since we on the topic, you want to start here?
The wild card. Where you want to go?
I see we got here later on a political perspective. We want to talk about how you deal with your family and friends that voted for Trump or you think voted for Trump.
So that was a question that somebody posed to me.
Okay.
And talking about the radio show, they were like, here's a good question. How do you deal with, like you said, family and friends that voted for Trump or that you assumed voted for Trump? How are you carrying them? Let's go around the room.
Does the color matter?
So real quick, I had a question. Did y'all feel a difference? Well, not you, James, since you didn't vote, but I guess you include it. Did you feel a difference this go round with the possibility of Trump being president opposed to 2016? Like, I feel like, let me just start. In 2016, I feel like there was no chance he would win. And for me personally, I was completely blindsided when he won. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
And after he won, I felt like uneasy about what was going to happen. None of that existed for me in 2024. 2024 felt like he was going to win. It was simple logic for me that they didn't elect a white woman over him. I didn't feel like the country made enough progress to elect a black woman
a woman, period.
A woman, yeah, well, a woman, period, but definitely not a black woman this go round. And
what? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but and this year, in this time, I don't feel as devastated. But the conflict is a lot of people in my life are very devastated, and I'm confused by that.
So I can tell you, for me, I was definitely, I won't say devastated, but I was definitely shocked that
It,
it was so lopsided. I was I
this
was
year,
I was shocked. Yes, absolutely, that
okay.
it was so lopsided. Um, and I would say, considering that Trump lost and it was lopsided when he just lost. So I thought that it would be close. The fact that only in 4 years it went from Trump losing by 8 million votes to winning by 7 million votes didn't seem possible to me. That 4 years of him just being him actually was able to gain more support than the 4 years that he had while he was in office. It actually is something that has kind of like baffled me. That people, like I said, they didn't vote for him after he was in office versus voting for him, um, when he's not in office.
Right.
And that kind of made me kind of feel like a large majority of people just want to blame someone.
Mm,
Just want to have a person to blame. I just think that type of turnaround seems very, it seemed very odd to me. So I expected it to be close. I was very kind of disappointed that it was such a lopsided victory for Trump.
got you, James. You have any thoughts on this?
I agree with what you said. Like before, I didn't think there was a chance. This time, I felt that there was a chance, and I mean, despite things that people have said, I'm gonna wait and see. I mean, I know there are certain things uh, that are wild that has been said, and things that are going to be put in place, but I knew he was going to win, whether I voted or not.
How do people in your life dealing with it? What's the spectrum? Are some devastated? Do you know anybody who's excited? Or
Any in my family, I haven't talked to anyone that I assumed voted for Trump, but I'm sure there are some. Uh, but I have friends that vote for Trump. Me personally, I mean, it should be deeper than what it is, because if you side with a certain ideal or idealist or whatever or theories, then that should make me question, who you are, you know, inside. But I don't hold it against you. I just figured a difference of opinion on certain things. That's
yeah,
all.
So I actually, I don't want to say got into it, but
Oh shit,
more so got into it
you
with
did.
a couple of my folks that I ride bikes with.
They white.
mm,
Nah, they not white. They all black men at that. Um,
Ah, they part of the
and,
ones.
and I mean, so I think that when you actually kind of talk to them, they don't really have much of a reason why they voted for Trump. They're not. I don't think that. And I know it was only three of them, right? And
Mhm.
it didn't feel like they had real concrete reasons why they voted for Trump, but they felt like they had concrete reasons why they didn't vote for Kamala. And one of those reasons was that she was a woman. I mean, I'm in a group of people that they don't away from them type of conversations. So they straight was
yeah,
like, we ain't electing no chick. Nah, I mean, and they start getting into the biology of it. Chicks is emotional.
emotion. Yeah,
That, I mean, they straight went there. So they didn't really have like, I feel like Trump did something great for me, or that Trump moved the needle per se. They were just they were just not in favor of Kamala, and of a woman in general. So I did have like a really deep kind of conversation with them, and that's what I got. That they didn't really have much, so that was kind of their reason. Whether or not moving forward, we have types of relationships. I think initially I was like, anybody that fucks with Trump, I don't fuck with him, right? Like that was like initially, but I'm gonna say that I kind of feel more like sorry for them. I kind of feel like sorry for them because they appear to be very like uninformed, like easily manipulated, and just not aware. And that kind of has caused me to kind of look at them a little different.
It's real quick. It's really crazy because I heard a lot of people. Um, the sentiment was we was up when Trump was in office, and they relating the COVID relief money and the extension of unemployment. They're relating that to Trump, and giving him credit for it. It just lets you know. What year was that? We were told cash rules everything around me. People don't care about what you say
The money.
if their pockets is hurt.
Right.
And
That's
if you represent our pockets being better, you are a guy.
Right. And it doesn't even, and I've come to realize it doesn't even have to be accurate, right? I mean, sometimes perception is reality, right? It doesn't even have to be accurate. When you really kind of dive into it and you start to ask people like about their finances, and it's really not a major difference, right? A lot of people, it's not a major difference for them. But the perception is reality, and if people perceive that things were better under Trump, we got a stimulus under Biden, but nobody's doing jumping jacks because of Biden's stimulus. Same way we got stimulus under Obama. Nobody's doing jumping jacks for that. So I think some of it is just perception, and I think that perception doesn't always equal reality. And that's something that, like I said, I've had to kind of contend with that people just don't really. They just, it's more about feelings. Yeah. It's more about feelings. But I'm kind of loosening up a little bit on the average person on how I see them just in the choices that they make. I don't just trash them. Trash them a little bit.
Yeah, I think one of the problems is that Ukraine got a bigger stimulus than we heard here. But anyway, not to beat that to death.
yeah.
I'm just saying, not to beat that to death though. But Trump did nominate some people for his cabinet that seemed to be in some hot water.
Well, listen, let me say on behalf of what is quote unquote my boy, you know what I mean? Because he down here, Matty G's and shit. You know what I mean? Listen, y'all did hear that Matty G's, he resigned from that. Like he stepped away.
I did see he withdrew. He
withdrew
from consideration.
Yeah, I mean, and it was a ridiculous pick, and I think that Trump has a series of ridiculous picks, right? I think he was just the worst, right? I mean, someone that already had is already being currently investigated, by the House, the House Ethics Committee already investigating him. So this is not like he was nominated and then this stuff started to come out, right? This stuff was already out. So I mean, I think it's kind of like the arrogance of somebody like Trump to just think that he can do whatever, and outside, really like outside of his obvious. Did we lose B?
No.
Outside of his obvious issues, his obvious legal issues and morality issues. I mean, as Attorney General, he's above. He runs the FBI and he runs all of these different government agencies. And this boy wasn't really even a lawyer. And I think it just speaks to just how certain folks, and I'm gonna say white folks, can ascend to these positions and have zero qualifications besides being white. He wasn't even a trial lawyer. He was a lawyer in a small town for 2 years. Like, and he's yes, I mean, and the audacity of even choosing him for that type of position was just kind of like ridiculous. But I mean, it's not really that. Trump's cabinet position, his cabinet nominations have just been outrageous in general. He's picked 2 Fox News hosts. Two of them. One of the guys, Peter Hegseth, he has a decent resume, compared to you and I, right? He had 15 years in the military, Harvard grad. He has a decent resume compared to you and I. But
real quick, clarify, what is Hegseth being nominated for?
He is the Secretary of Defense.
Okay.
So which is normally, a person that's been, in the military for a long time, right?
Right.
And has had some command posts. But he did 15 years. He was a captain. Never really ran anything of note. And now he's been nominated to run the military. And for comparison, the person who runs the military now is a black man, Lloyd Austin. He is a 40-year military vet and a 4-star general. The qualifications for a black person, you got to be a general, and a white person, you got to be somebody that hosts a show on Fox. I mean, it's kind of like ridiculous.
No new friends, baby. No new friends.
Listen, I feel you, and listen, it's funny. We know that's how it is, right?
Right.
But it's to see it like this and to see it just so blatant, but he's not even the only one. Like Vince McMahon's wife. Did you hear me?
I did see this. Yes.
Vince McMahon's wife is being nominated for the, to head the Department of Education. Now, obviously, her claim to fame is they say she was the brains behind WWF, right? And she donates all this money to Trump, whatever, but is Vince McMahon's wife. Come on. She ain't a teacher. She ain't a professor. And she's about to head the Department of Education. Listen, you can say that she's a great business person, right? They built WWE from the ground. That she should maybe be in charge of something that has to do with business. But to be in charge of the Department of Education and you, Vince McMahon's wife, come on now. And he got multiple other reality TV people that he's nominated. And not to say that these folks don't have skills, right? Not to say that these folks have skills. They probably do, But it just seems ridiculous, man. That was probably on nobody's bingo card. Vince McMahon's wife.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. You just cannot believe Vince McMahon's wife, Vince McMahon, you talking about her like she's SpongeBob, this hoe, she don't know.
Listen, I watched WWE my whole life. I ain't never seen her. Seen her. It just.
Yeah, we could spend all day on that. We could spend all day on that. All I gotta say is everybody buckle up to see what the next 4 years gonna look like.
Is we getting another stimmy?
Well, I'm waiting. I hope my last comments on Trump and this whole thing, I hope he do stick to one thing he said. He said he's getting rid of federal income tax. Show me, nigga. Show me.
Or what was the other thing he said? No tax on overtime? Something like that he said?
No, he said, fuck overtime. You ain't getting no money.
No, I thought there was no tax on overtime.
Yeah, no tax on overtime.
Oh, I saw something conflicted. Maybe I gotta look back again.
What y'all saying? Y'all hourly?
I'm not.
I'm salary.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm salary, but
and that's what I saw affects me is if you have to work overtime as a salary employee, you're not going to get paid more. It's something I saw. I
If
don't want to
you
really
gotta
say
work
much about.
overtime as a salary employee, you're not getting paid anyway.
Yeah, you got
I
chalk.
know, but there was something on the table for that got
Oh,
shut down by a judge. Again, I don't really have all the information. I saw it in
you're right.
passing. Uh,
That's what I was hype about.
yeah,
That as a salary employee, you could get overtime.
yeah, and the judge shut that down. Similar to what a judge did in 2016, shutting something down that had passed that affected me also. I'll tell you about that off mic. That was insane. I'm still mad about that. I'm still
Wow.
mad because my place of employment communicated to me that it's about to be up for me. Trump got elected and they said psych. So anyway,
Damn.
yeah, that's a story for another day. Um,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, talk about salacious sexual accusations,
Uh-oh.
real shady individuals. Great segue into the latest on Diddy. You know what I mean?
Give
Brandon,
us the update.
You were a team Diddy boy.
Come on, not in that on the first episode. You
My bad,
going,
my bad.
you going Larry White?
Explain
No,
later.
you know what I
Explain later.
mean, sheesh. Um, I'm not Team Diddy. Let's be clear. Not Team Diddy. I'm Team. Let's just wait till more information come out.
Let's not tear a black man down.
I'm Team. They saying a bunch of stuff that is not really moving the needle for me, in my opinion, in court. I
Right.
don't care that he had a bunch of baby oil. It's funny as shit, but
It is.
I mean, what you gonna say? Like, how you gonna tie that to? So we'll see what happens. But I did see that the judge ordered prosecutors to destroy some copies of some notes that they had taken, violating his rights.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, I saw that, which I mean, is it shocking that a prisoner's rights would be violated? That's par for the course. This is the United States. I mean, it's par for the course. Like they snatching up his mail, his notes. Like they going wild.
Do you think Diddy gonna do some time?
I don't know. I don't know the evidence. Like right now, it seems.
It's.
I think he's gonna do sometime.
I'm about to say because you gotta assume where there's smoke, there's fire in this situation,
I don't
right?
even think that's the reason he might do the time, but yes,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
answer the question, yes.
Sometime.
Right. Ultimately, that might not be the sole reason behind it, right? But it's come on, man. Diddy got cameras in everywhere in the crib. Now they got that still.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. I think that I think proving that he did something criminal is gonna be dicey. I think it's gonna be difficult. I mean, I think it's gonna be difficult to prove it. Like, I mean, we're not talking about he hit somebody upside the head and dragged him through an alley. And we talking about, I mean, not he say she say, but
Right.
I mean,
He just did that to Cassie.
yeah, we talking about something that you're gonna really have to prove.
Yeah.
I mean, and then especially if we're talking about things that happened like years in the past, like the evidence becomes real sketchy. The evidence, you're talking about 20 years ago. Some stuff has been years and years. I just think it's gonna be hard to prove.
Did
So
y'all watch the Menendez, any of the Menendez stuff that was out on Netflix?
Yeah, I
That
did. Yeah.
So remember the second trial was so well, a lot of people would consider it wasn't a fair trial, and this is why, to talk about them getting out. But
Mm-hmm.
you know why that trial went that way? Because they were so pissed off about OJ that they were going to get these two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I could totally see that happening with Diddy as it relates to Young Thug.
Mm.
wow.
Interesting.
They could be they could be so pissed off that they wasted all those resources with Young Thug
But they got
that
R. Kelly. and they
They
got
had
Bill.
I should no, they not big enough fish at this point.
Yeah. So did you guys see that Meek kind of stood up for P Diddy?
At first, he was the No Diddy gang, but then he kind of retracted that.
Yeah.
Like on the black man side of things.
Yeah. On the let's not crucify.
He might not want to smoke with Diddy's sons. I heard they out here running down on cats.
I mean,
Yeah, Reggie almost got it.
I'm gonna say because in the Diddy conversation, I don't know what that means.
You're right.
Yo,
That is a fact.
Yo, we already know Ray J was a victim of the Diddy Young Boy rundowns. You know
That
what I'm
sounds
saying?
crazy. Diddy Young Boy rundowns.
Come on.
What's going? You good, y'all? You good down there in Florida? What's up with you, y'all? Diddy Young Boy rundowns. All
I'm
right,
just
Paul.
saying.
Sheesh. Well, you
You
tripping.
know what I mean? Now, you know what I wanted to ask you, because we could talk sports. We all know sports. You know what I'm saying? And I saw one of the topics that was thrown out there was about LaMelo Ball. Right now, I didn't do my due diligence to hit Twitter just to see what the hell he actually said, because the article didn't mention what he said. I can assume what he said, but I don't want to get canceled.
I mean, I can tell you what he said. Are we gonna
So
get
wait, before you sell him, I thought it was interesting that the article. I knew what he said before I read the article, but I
Right.
thought it was interesting that the article didn't mention it
At all?
Yeah,
But
and
go ahead.
yeah. So I mean, I had a hard time finding the actual video of him saying it. But there are videos out there. I seen it on a YouTube reel.
Okay.
And, I mean, so I mean,
It's funny.
I mean, no, it just he just said listen, he just said no homo. That's what he said. So he was
I was going to use the F word.
nah, he just said no homo. That's what he said. Now this everybody says pause now, right?
Or
But
no
it's
Diddy.
it's the or no Diddy. It's the same concept, right?
Yes, right.
Like no homo is probably a little more dated, right?
Yes.
A little more dated. Everybody say pause. So he didn't say pause. He must have been around some old heads. Know what I mean? And that just flowed out of there. And
LeVar Ball definitely says no homo.
definitely.
He said the F word.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Facts.
absolutely
Right.
facts. So that's what he said. But what was kind of interesting to me is like I said, the spirit of what he said is the same as Paul. Know what I mean? Or no Diddy.
Right. So I assume that because it was in an interview, right? Like a post-game interview.
Post game.
So what did they say to him to make him say, "Whoa, no homo"?
No, so he was the person that was talking. So he pretty much said something
like I take it to the hole on them.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
something that didn't even really something that
James about to get us canceled. Episode 1.
Yeah, exactly. But something that didn't
like
really,
I slammed it on his ass, and he was loving the D.
Something
no
like that.
homo.
That's what he said.
I did the Diddy Young Boy rundown on him.
No homo. Hold on, here's something.
All right, this is off the rails. But
Brandon, I know you saw this, but Reggie, did you see the John? What's her name? Michelle Beadle? Is that her name? B? The white?
Oh
John?
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
She's on the show with Lemon Pepper Lou Will and this other white boy, and she meant to say the Nuggets, but she said the niggas.
I told you in the group chat. I said she said it like me. Like I told you that day. She smoked that joint.
That joint was crazy. They faces. Like I'm gonna share the Twitter joint with you. Hold up, Reggie. Is you on X?
Yeah, I'm on there, but I gotta.
We gotta get you activated.
Nah, I don't really bang with the musky ball, man. I don't bang with
So
the
you
musky
got
ball,
you
Hold
got to
up,
head over.
but you bang with the Zuckerberg boy.
I do actually.
Okay.
Nah, I mean Zuckerberg ain't standing next to Trump, so I don't bang with the.
Just because you ain't see him next to the boy, don't mean he not next to the boy.
Hey,
Because in
listen,
the metaverse, he probably next to him.
I don't deal with hypotheticals. I deal with my eyeballs. So
Right,
he's standing next to him, and I don't like him in general. He just seemed like a weird ball. His face, like he one of those people hate the face, man. He got a weird looking face, man. He got a weird looking face, man. He just look weird, man. But I don't bang with it. So, but nah, I got Twitter. I'm at to jump on that, John.
Come on, man. And you got to follow the page. You probably not even following the show page.
Why
Your
would you
own
say that?
show.
Why
You're
would
not
you say
even following. I mean,
Why would you say that? Why would
my
you say
bad.
that? Yeah,
My bad.
don't put me out there. Nah,
You have to make the you're gonna have to make the trip over to Blue Sky.
See, he got all the Jones.
You gotta stay, you gotta be in the know. You gotta be in the know. You gotta know where it's popping, where it's moving and shaking.
See?
And I am following it, just to let you know. I had to check.
I mean, listen, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now, since I do got to ask y'all, since we talking about sports, talk about our birds. Are we Super Bowl bound?
I don't even really know what that means. I mean, we contenders. Know what I mean? But every team is a turn ankle away from not being in the Super Bowl. So I mean, we wanted the front runners. I'm gonna say that. We look good.
I need two more Detroit injuries. Two more injuries on the Lions. Not wishing it on them, but if it happened, I won't be the saddest. Uh, yeah, need two more Detroit Lion injuries before I could say that we're the front runners.
All right,
Yeah.
2 questions.
Yeah, the Lions look good.
Okay, 2 questions. Is our defense the biggest threat to the Lions?
No. Yes. Yes. If we can hold, yes, if we can hold if we match up with them in the playoffs, the Eagles, if our corners can hold up enough, and we got to get pressure on Golf in his face, that's what rattles him. The pressure in his face, making him move around. If those two things could happen, which is a big ask, then we could give them some problems. Also, I feel like they need to lose another game in a scenario where we have home field, because definitely don't want to play them in Detroit if it comes down to that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, and history shows that Golf can give the game away. If you get in his face, he's not the same quarterback. Like, I mean, that's throughout his whole career. Like his highs is high, but his lows he can get a game away. So I think if we can
five interceptions that one game, but they still won the game.
Yeah, I mean, so I think you can rattle him. No, I think you can rattle. I think if he plays if it's a clean game and he got time, he could do his thing. But I think if you pressure him, I think he folds. I think history shows he folds. He get that thing up.
I like that. Okay. Last question about the birds. If we beat the Ravens, do you feel any differently?
I don't.
I'd feel better if we beat Pittsburgh.
Okay. And you
I'd feel
think
better
Wednesday night?
Oh yeah, they're not losing tonight. They're not losing to the Browns tonight.
Okay. Should I play Cedric Tillman, you saying?
Oh, come on, man. This ain't the show for that.
My bad. All right. Moving on.
I'm taking the money line.
Let's talk about our beloved Sixers. I hate to bring it down for a second, but specifically about Tyrese Maxey checking Embiid. How y'all feel about that?
I've been in some hot water a little bit this week on Twitter, because I'm on the Sixers got to trade Maxey train.
Oh shit!
And that was before the meeting. I said that.
But you wasn't one of them niggas when Maxey blew when a lot of us was saying maybe we should trade him now, you wasn't on that train then, right? Like letting
No,
him
no, no,
shit.
no, no. I've been saying trade Maxi since I saw what McLean game looks like,
Oh,
and I see that it's kind of redundant. I feel like McLean's a better shooter, and I feel like just how he move on the court, he has a higher basketball IQ.
mm,
First impressions. So I feel like, Maxi salary locked in 4 year. We could 4 years. We could trade him and get some solid pieces. I would much rather have a backcourt of McClay. I keep messing up his name.
dang.
McKay, Jarrett, and Zach Levine than. I'm not saying that's ideal, Reggie. I'm saying I would rather have right now off the top of my head. He's just shaking his head. No, fuck that.
Like no,
Nah,
It works better for the team. But
I,
anyway,
I think that I'm not as high on Jared as everybody is. I think he can play. I also don't really know how he can. I don't know how he plays when the Sixers is full strength. Right. I know that Maxi and B 1-2 punch has been lethal the last couple of years. I don't know. I don't know if McClain like he playing a lot of garbage minutes, and not garbage minutes in the sense of he's playing with when the game is out on the line. I'm saying that the team is so depleted, we're not winning none of these games. So I don't know if we are really getting a real kind of representation of his game. Is he going to be able to play like with a healthy Embiid that's taking 30 shots a game? Like
that's the problem with the team. That's a problem with the team. Another problem I feel with the team. I know the original question was about the meeting. I know we got way off of that, but another problem with the team I feel is that they're being too complimentary of each other. Embiid is not taking his shots because everybody's concerned about they're getting their turn. I think that's a problem. But McCain has been letting it fly. He's shooting more than what was the game the other day? I think Paul George and Embiid each shot 15 times. It's like weird. Like Embiid need the freedom to be able to shoot 25 times. And I feel like they're doing this weird thing where it's like, oh, I want you to feel comfortable here, take some shots, and it's looking a mess.
Yeah, we used to play buddy ball when we used to play. We call it buddy ball. Now, I mean, you
Yeah,
take a shot, I take a shot.
yeah, no, it's looking bad. But back to the meeting. I've been a huge Embiid fan, and he's been disappointing this week. Not even I feel like it's corny to get, a team meeting leaked, and now we know things about Embiid that would have never have known otherwise. Uh, but I didn't like his response to it. He's doing like a woe is me, oh, I'm the blame for everything. Now he
oh,
did have
Embiid.
30, yeah, he did have 35 last night, but the comments just aren't coming across the best in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean his body language, and the part of that is the comments. That's a part of his overall body language. It's not good. It's not good. I think the Sixers in general, in my opinion, is a weak franchise. I think right now they're a very weak franchise. I think that if Embiid is not healthy, you don't play him and you say fuck whatever you got to say. I think when you play in the yo-yo game, that just shows that you're feeling pressure from the outside. Like and Embiid, the last couple of games, that motherfucker should not have been out there. Like, I mean, he should not have been out there. He was terrible.
Like, he was cooking last night. Well,
last night. I mean, like last night, but the last week he's been terrible. He's been terrible. He's been terrible. So to put somebody out there that ain't 100%, he ain't even 50%. Now, if he's working his way back, I mean, I get it, but I feel like they are listening to the noise, and you can't run a franchise listening to the noise.
I do want to point out again real quick that the game before last night, he was doubtful because he was fighting an illness.
Right.
If we can say that Maxey yesterday was not the best because, he's coming back from injury, we got to put it out there that Embiid was fighting the illness the game before that.
But nobody
Yeah,
gives Embiid that type of grace, though. Like, people been killing Embiid. He ain't even been on the court. Like, they been killing him. Like, and I personally, I don't like it. I mean, because I think that, to me, you're questioning his integrity, and I think that Embiid has played hurt. Like, I mean, we see him play hurt. So, I mean, people have been killing him, like killing Embiid. He hadn't even played yet, and they just been trashing him. So, I mean, they're not giving him the same grace. I don't particularly like it.
Can we turn it around?
Well, the East is weak, so yeah, we 5 games out of 6th place. Like, it ain't like we buried. I mean, we have, and this has been the Sixers for the last few years. A healthy Sixers team can compete with anybody. Now, I mean, a healthy Sixers team can compete. So, I mean, we're gonna be around. Barring any major injuries, we gonna be around. But
right.
Can we beat the top teams? I don't know. I mean, Paul George ain't looking good to me. I mean, Paul George almost made me turn the TV off. Like, he was. I mean, yeah, I'm not feeling it. But my thing is, if these, and I don't get it, these guys are not healthy, why are we running them out there? I mean,
I got a lot of thoughts. Here's why I'm with it. If we not going to be able to beat the top teams, just tank for flag. That's number one. Number two, at no point during this season did the Sixers roll out a team on the court that was worse than any version of the Clippers. And the Clippers are somehow steadying the ship. And who knows when Kawhi's coming back? So that's a coaching issue, and I'm giving Nurse 2 side eyes because from last year, the thing that bothered me the most was the team looked really, really terrible without Embiid, and they had a bunch of games without Embiid, and for them to be terrible without Embiid, what were y'all doing? They shouldn't look that inept without Embiid. And last thing, for this year, we added too many pieces for me to not look at the coach.
Mm.
I mean, what's up with Ricky Council the fourth? He can't get off the bench. I mean, it just, I don't. The team just doesn't. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not saving them no money for no playoff tickets. I'm telling you that.
Right. Right.
No money. It just
right now it's kind of crazy. All right, listen.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this. If we run, I really would like to see a backcourt with Maxey and Jared. I would like to see that backcourt. I mean, listen, in the era of small ball, I wouldn't mind seeing how it plays out. I mean, I think it's interesting to think about a trade, a Maxey trade. I don't know what's out there. I'm not in the. I don't have no appetite for Zach LaVine. 0. minus 10 for Zach LaVine. But right. that is an interesting kind of trade piece. That is an interesting trade piece that I would think about that.
That backcourt going to give up 175 points.
Maybe. I mean, listen. I mean, it's possible. I mean, but listen, there's some small backcourts in the NBA this year. They got Sacramento with De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. They both 6'3". You got Steph and the white boy. They both short. Like, I mean, it's some backcourts. You got Cleveland backcourt. Now, I mean, you got Spider and you got Garland. They both 6'3". So it's some small backcourts. I mean, you're definitely gonna have some moments where they can't guard. right? You got some moments where they can't guard. I mean, but there are some. And listen, if Cleveland is the example, they undefeated, and both of their guards are short. Both their guards are short.
They
And
play fast. They play fast. You got to trade and beat if that's the
I mean, but
example.
it's that, but also they got two interior defenders that can switch on a pick and roll, that can rebound, that can challenge shots. So they can be C minus on defense. But is Embiid still that person? That can challenge, that can switch on a pick and roll. Is he that person? But they undefeated, and both of their guards are
What they lost? They lost to Boston the other
Yeah,
night.
they
yeah,
lost.
yeah. What was they 17-0?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
like
Yeah,
I
17.
mean, I don't know if
yeah.
that'll
I take
sustain.
17 straight. I take 17 straight from the Sixers.
But
It ain't happening.
so lastly on the sports side of things, I'm sure y'all saw Mike and Jake Paul.
Mm.
I'm gonna reserve my thoughts. I'm gonna let y'all speak first. You know what I mean, Reggie? Like you got something? What you want to say about it?
So the only thing I gotta say is I don't think Mike was healthy. I think Mike hurt himself first round. I don't think that in any universe that Mike Tyson would go 7 rounds and not throw a punch. I think I think he hurt something. That's the only thing that can make sense to me. Mike Tyson throw a punch just joking around. I don't think that there was any type of like conspiracy or anything like that. I think Mike got hurt. I think it was communicated to Jake Paul that Mike was hurt. And I think that, and it wouldn't be the first time that we've seen fighters carry other fighters. It was not the first time that we've seen something like that. But I think that I can't mind around Mike Tyson not throwing a punch for 6 rounds. So I feel like the first round, if you look at the fight, the first round, Mike threw punches, and Mike damn near 60. Like I woke up this morning, damn was hurting. Like I mean, so he get wild, he throw a punch, man. This shit is he tore something. I don't. There's no universe that I could see Mike Tyson not throwing one punch. And if they were trying to make it look, look good, they could have faked it better than that. Like they could have faked. You could fake it like me and B could shadow box and make it look realer than what they was doing. Like he didn't throw one punch. So that's what I think would happen. I think he hurt himself. I think he communicated to Jake Paul that he was hurt, and that's why Jake Paul didn't throw that many punches either. And I think that's why the fight went that way.
Okay.
I am surprised by the hold that Mike Tyson has still. It's almost Jordan like.
Ooh.
Wow.
I don't have that. Like I remember going back. I'm going way back. I'm gonna address this fight, but I'm going back to when he fought Lennox Lewis, and I was in a room full of people who were saying that Tyson was going to knock Lennox Lewis out, and I'm like, Lennox Lewis is going to win this fight. Like what? Like it just didn't make sense. The quote unquote player stats lined up to each other. To me, said that Lennox Lewis was going to win.
By
But
far.
people with the Mike Tyson, Georgia, whatever, that allure that he has and hold is like, nah, Tyson gonna knock him out. I was like, and now it just surprised me, however long ago that Lennox Lewis fight was to today, how people it's the same people and it's the same reaction. Mike Tyson's the greatest. He gonna knock Jake Paul out. Now, as it pertains to that fight, I felt like the whole thing. It was. I feel like there was a predetermined outcome. And I didn't watch a lot of it. I'm gonna go back and watch because my Netflix was on some bullshit.
Everybody's right.
Um,
Mine
I didn't
wasn't.
really watch. Yeah, I heard you're one of the rare ones. Yeah, my Netflix was going crazy. I was watching the girl fight Serrano and Katie. I can't think of her last name right now. That was a
Katie.
good fight.
Excellent
That
No,
fight.
was
no,
like
that was the fight, and even the fight before that, the guys like Mario Barrios, and I can't think of the other guy's name. It escapes me right now. That fight was good, even. But the Tyson Jake Paul fight, you know. I felt like it was a predetermined outcome. I will shout out Jake Paul because I did see Rosie Perez this week on the Breakfast Club, and she gave him props for how he got those girls paid. So I will give Jake Paul shout him out because he got some pull to get some shit done that normally you can't get done as a boxer. So shout out to Jake for that, but I think it was a predetermined outcome.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess I'm a part of that group that Brandon was talking about because I definitely went into this fight thinking like Mike gonna knock him the fuck out. But
Right.
uh, after that, well, before that, there were some things I saw where apparently the contract stated that Mike can't knock him out in the first round or he won't get paid. And basically, to get paid, you gotta last full 8 rounds, which Mike did, right? To Reggie's point, Mike not throwing punches for the next 7 rounds is very odd. All right, so there's this video I saw, and I watched the fight, of course, but there's this video I saw where in the first round, Mike was giving him gas. I think we can all agree if we saw the first round, Mike was definitely looking a lot better and a little more like what we expected. But there was a point where there was a hold. And they're saying that that's when Jake Paul whispered in Mike's ear, like, calm the fuck down. Basically, you draw, nigga. You trying to get paid. And you see Mike tap him on the back. He releases. The fight continues. I think that was the end of the first round. And then you have the subdued Mike for the rest of the rounds. Now,
Real quick. Even what you just said lets me know it was produced. Reggie, you play a sport? Or what sport you play?
I play basketball.
You play basketball. No, I guess it only works for the individual sport. So I'll use myself. I play tennis amongst other sports, but tennis is the main one I play. One of the great tennis players of all time is Roger Federer. If I got some pull somehow to be able to get on a tennis court with Roger Federer and he may be down bad, and they tell me, yo, in order for Federer to get paid, this got to go 5 sets. As somebody grew up idolizing Roger Federer and admiring his game, what I'm going to do?
You're going to make it look like it makes sense. You're not going to not serve. You're not going to not swing your racket.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, Mike,
you can make it look. You can make it look good. Right. That wasn't an attempt to make it look good, and that's why it's odd to me because you can fake it. Like you can fake. You can not serve at full speed, or you can hit the tennis ball into the net. Like you can do a whole bunch of stuff. Like if you play somebody 1-on-1, you can miss.
Do that matter though?
You can miss.
Does it matter?
Well,
is that emotional fan talk, or do it really matter?
No. I mean, I think it do matter, but I think to Mike, like, you know what I mean, even going into the rant with the little girl and shit about the legacy shit, Mike got paid, yo. He got paid $20 million for that. You know what I mean?
Here's how I'm gonna let you know it didn't matter. If they announce that they fighting on Memorial Day weekend, y'all gonna watch?
No.
I'm gonna tell you,
you're not gonna watch if they say Jake Paul and Tyson too.
I will watch it, but I don't think. Listen, I don't think that's the case.
I wouldn't watch. Okay. I will only watch if Mike Tyson said he was injured. I'm not. It would be no point in watching. Like I said,
right.
It was so odd. Like the fight was
right. It wasn't right.
Odd. So I'm not the conspiracy person, right? Not for this. I'm conspiracy on a lot of stuff, but not for this. Only because it's Mike Tyson. I don't envision a universe where Mike Tyson doesn't even throw a jab. Like even you could be 3 feet from somebody and throw a jab. Like I mean, it doesn't even have to be close to him. I mean that's something that is just very odd. Like the Federer example would be if you did not even swing your racket. That would be odd. That would be a very odd tennis match. Like, and that would go beyond trying to carry a great across the finish line. Like you can carry a great across the finish line and make it look rational. It's not
Right.
rational for Mike to throw
Nah, real shit.
a punch.
It was more to it, man.
Not even a one. Not even. Come
Yeah,
on.
it was more to it. Whether it was
Also,
scripted,
if you see Mike in his corner, he was doing a lot of grimacing, like that. His mouthpiece was just like it wasn't really fitting. Like it was a lot going on. He
I'm gonna
was.
go back and watch it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna go watch the
I
whole
want
thing
y'all to
in
watch it.
totality.
Like I want y'all to watch it. Like he was doing a lot of grimacing.
oh yeah, I saw all that.
He was doing a lot of grimacing. There was a lot of issues with his mouthpiece. Like it didn't seem like he was 100%. It didn't seem like he was 100%. But nah, I don't want to see him fight. Why the hell would I want to see him fight? If he ain't throw a punch.
Yeah, but I know what he's saying.
Yeah. Now if he say I was injured, I tore my rotator cuff or something crazy like that, I'm like, all right, well.
Well, listen, if they do that, he would have to say that so that he could get people to watch. Like that's
y'all will watch.
Yeah. I mean, nobody watching this on face value.
You will watch the Logan Paul fight without any explanation.
What, him and Mike?
You will watch Logan Paul versus Mike without any explanation.
No.
Listen, I don't believe you. I don't know why. I just told you.
I don't want to see Mike fight no more. Like,
okay.
He did beat up Roy Jones.
Listen, B, I thought this is how I thought the fight was gonna go. I said if Mike don't drop him in the first round, Mike is gonna lose. Like, listen, I'm 45 years old. I fight somebody 75.
Right, you not Mike though.
I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, listen,
so,
even
if you get in the ring, hold up, would you get in the ring with Mike for 20 mil? All you gotta do is last 8 rounds with Mike.
Listen, I'm 45. Me and Mike ain't that far apart. But if I was 25, hell yeah. I like my chances against a 60-year-old Mike Tyson. I like my chances.
Reggie on sir. I don't know what the fuck Reggie talking about.
I like my chances.
I don't know what the fuck Reggie talking about.
And he fought Roy 10 years ago too. So
and he beat him up.
Yeah, he was 47.
Yeah, I don't know Reggie talking about.
60. He beat Roy up. He beat Roy up. Don't disrespect Roy like that.
Beat Roy up.
Roy made a business decision, and Roy was not letting Mike Tyson hit him. He didn't beat him.
But Mike didn't make a business decision to get that 20 M's.
No, listen. Nobody is signing a contract. Nobody's signing that type of contract, man. You almost kind of like disrespecting Mike Tyson. Like he's not signing no contract that's like if you do XYZ you don't get paid, man. You getting paid. Like who you think Mike is? You really think that Mike Tyson is signing
here's the thing.
Here's the thing. That stipulation that if he knocked him out in the first round, he won't get paid.
But Mike, if you don't sign this, you not getting 20 M's. Now tell me, Mike, everything that you got going on, what is paying you 20 M's for 15 minutes of your life?
Listen,
tell me one payday, Mike.
Listen, man, that is just conspiracy theory stuff.
Okay, it's business.
Contract. No, it's not. It's not. It's not business. It's you. You making something up, man. You making something up, man. You've been in Florida too long, man. You making up stuff. Like first of all, this is the thing. You're disrespecting Mike's legacy, like the majority of people that tuned in didn't tune in to see Mike. Like, come on, man. You be disrespectful, man. Like Jake Paul don't get that payday for fighting Anderson Silva, who's a UFC legend, but he ain't making that.
Hold up, no, but he's getting the biggest paydays. Period.
I get that. No,
Mike taking the fight is a shot at his legacy.
Listen, he's not making that money without
Mike.
Hold up.
Mike taking the fight himself is against his legacy. So however the fight go down, Mike, why are you fighting this boy? Listen, it's like Floyd fighting the Asian boy.
Floyd do fight. Listen, Floyd.
That's what I'm saying.
Japan and shit. Like, what are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. You taking these fights, y'all like when y'all consider some of the greatest fighters ever, right? Do you think Ali? I guess if he was hard up for money, probably. in the boxing profession, where the game is going now, the payday is in shit like this, yo.
Yeah, that's all that matters now. Is the
Unless you
payday.
Tank Davis,
Listen, it
Yeah.
is.
Bud not even getting that bread.
However,
Bud a champ.
However, do you think Jake Paul gets that bread without Mike? No.
Oh, it could have been a Conor McGregor.
No, he doesn't. I don't give a fuck who. It could have been Conor McGregor. It could have been anybody. Like we've already seen Jake Paul fights. He hasn't commanded this type of purse. So that's because of Mike. That's not because of nobody else.
Well, I'm not discrediting Mike's celebrity, and you're right. That's what made the fight even bigger than what it was.
I got a question. How many Jake Paul fights have you tuned into? Exactly. And you want to know how many?
But I watched it. But I did watch it for Mike. But you know he major already.
I don't think you're getting it, man. Like I don't think you're getting it, man. Like the same way you just said you haven't tuned into a Jake Paul fight. You know how many millions and millions of people don't even know who Jake Paul is. Only thing they know is he fighting Mike Tyson. That's it. Like so, Mike is the talent.
Then all right, listen. I tell you what. I tell you what, Reggie. Tomorrow you put out a challenge to Mike Tyson. See if Mike even be like, all right, Reggie, what's up? No, because he don't know you, but he know Jake Paul. Reggie about to go get his boxing gloves.
Right.
Smoke. You know what I mean? He talking. Listen, Jake Paul was a bull before, and I can't remember the fight I did watch. I did watch one of his fights. It was against one of the MMA bulls. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Where he beat the MMA bull up that he shouldn't have beat. You know what I'm saying? So no, I give him props and I give him credit, but I mean that's where it stops. You know what I mean? You already know we getting to the end too. You know what I'm saying? Reggie must have had to go take a piss. I think Brandon B might have had to take a piss on camera.
No, I'm here. Oh no, wait, what happened to my camera? I'm here. No, I'm here. I'm laughing.
So before we wrap it up and everything, B, what you checking for right now? What you listening to, man?
What I'm listening to, I sent this song that came out today, the new Snoop song with Dr. Dre from the album.
You sent that in the chat?
I sent that in the chat. That joint sound kind of crazy.
Oh, what y'all got in the chat? Because I ain't get that.
No. Here you go.
Already. Listen. Listen. Next episode, it might only be 2 people on this joint. Yeah. Tune into episode 3.
But nah, I'm listen to that. I'm still rocking out to Tyler, the Creator. I love that album, Chromacopia. And when we hang this up, I gotta finish up with Cross. I'm on episode 7. I just finished episode 7, so gotta get back to that.
Yes. Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you somebody.
I know you was talking shit off the way too.
Oh, well, we talking about music that we checking in. I'm glad you could join us. You know what I mean? But I'm listening to Jalen and Gonda, and I got put Main Man in there. His album is titled "Come Around and Love Me." I don't know. I think I might have got it from Joe. Listening to Joe's podcast, he was playing a song from him, and I went to listen to this boy. He's a real old soul. He give you an old soul vibe, some 70s mixed with you know what I mean, just like a classic R&B sound. You know what I mean? As far as rap, y'all got, I mean, now I'm 47. Yeah, so I'm 47. So, some people would be surprised to know that I listen to some of the music I listen to. But two boys. The one boy, K Gibbs. You know what I mean? KGIBBS. He just dropped a new album called Beyond Bless. Fun fact about him is he grew up with Little Uzi Vert. You know what I'm saying? But sonically, I think the boy is nice. And then I got another boy, Lights, from Uptown, Lihtz. Lights is a whole nother wave. Like it's kind of like a harmonious rap type of thing where he's saying, and you know what I mean. So definitely check that out. And of course, Cross, that show, man, like real shit all the way to the end, man. And one of the things I like about it, of course, they'll never be short of stories because James Patterson has tons of stories, right?
Yeah, for sure. Fact.
And he's my favorite author, right? But I always I like whodunits. So when it makes you guess all the way to the end, like I really like those.
Yeah.
But for me, when those shows reveal the killer in the beginning, and it's like, how can you carry it when I already know who it is?
Yeah.
So the mark of a great show is it still carries it.
Captures your interest, yeah.
Guessing this joint to the last episode. All right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't trust nobody. I mean, this joint is a good joint. Reggie, you watching that?
Yeah, I haven't started yet. I'm actually trying to finish up something else. I got a book that I'm trying to finish. So I mean that's really kind of what I'm focused on. But I'm reading and James, can you post or put in our chat and YouTube be any of y'all music choices? I don't really get a chance to find any new music. But I'm reading right now. It's called The Message, and it's by Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Okay.
And the book, and I'm maybe about 3/4 of the way through. You see, I got my tabs. You know, it's definitely a book that I recommend. The author pretty much talks about his experiences traveling to Africa, to South Carolina, and then to Gaza. You know, so it's very, very interesting. Some of the parallels between all of those places, and you know, some of the struggles that we continue to have as Black people here in the United States. So Ta-Nehisi Coates he's a well-known author. So this is his latest book, and I would say it's definitely a pretty good read so far.
All right. That's dope. Listen, man, any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
Energy.
Energy. Just shout out to episode 1. Can't wait for the upload, and hope you all enjoy it.
You already know, man. Listen, we got more coming. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We actually do have a YouTube page, TBD, the radio show. We will be uploading content there as well. There'll be shorts, of course, on our IG page. You'll be able to check all that out. But listen, we got a lot of things coming for y'all, man. Stay tuned, and we appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? You already know. It's your boy James, aka Ralph's favorite, signing out with my nearest and dearest.
The host with the most, Bullet. Signing out. Peace.
Man, it's Brandon here, signing out. Holla at y'all. Enjoy.
You already.